Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander and its 11-speaker JBL audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, and controls. Then we're going to look at speaker locations, and then head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear in the driver's seat. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. An entirely new and well-needed model for Toyota, the Grand Highlander. This is pretty much as it sounds. It's a larger vehicle than the Highlander. It slots in between the Sequoia, which is bigger, but I think this makes a lot more sense than the Sequoia for a lot of different people. Featuring 3 different powertrains, 2 of which being a hybrid, so getting decent fuel economy, this car has a lot to offer. If you do want to see more on it, check the link in the description. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Big ol' infotainment screen here, rocking Toyota's newest infotainment system. It works pretty darn well. We're in the media screen now, but to get to sound settings, we'll go down to settings, and then to sound and media. First of all, can we turn off the beep? I guess you're all just gonna listen to the beeps. Down here in sound tuning, you got adjustments for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those. I don't love how precise you have to be in order to drag these sliders around. It's not a big deal when you're stopped, but when you're driving and you want to tweak your audio just a little bit, it makes it tough to have to reach that far and slightly move things around. I wish you could just tap and make your adjustments. Below that, you have adjustments for front, rear, left, right, balance, and fader. You can move that around the cabin. And outside of a auto sound levelizer that picks up volume as you get going faster, that's all you've got for sound tuning. For audio controls in the Grand Highlander, you have a volume knob here. It's a little small, not very deep, so you gotta kind of just take it with 2 fingers. No clicks, but it works pretty well. You also have a volume rocker on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, no sort of physical control up here. It's all just in the touch screen, but if you do want to physically control your tracks, you got the right side of the steering wheel right there. For audio inputs, you have your standard AM, FM. Actually, do you have AM? You always got to check now with these newer cars. Yes, AM, FM, Sirius XM, satellite radio. You have wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a USB-C port right there for data, Apple Music and Amazon Music built in, and that is it. Well, you have Bluetooth streaming as well. I don't think I mentioned that. What does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no USB-A port, so make sure you got yourself some sort of adapter, and no Spotify streaming built in right now. Maybe that's something they could add in the future. And what was, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, but that's not the end of the world. Speaker locations. As I said, this is an 11-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got door woofer 1, mid-range up there 2, tweeter 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. In the second row, you have probably what's sort of a mid-range woofer combo. 7, 8, and gotta come all the way back here. This is something I don't love about the Grand Highlander's JBL, is the fact that this whole back area is dealing with just a few speakers. You've got 9, 10 mid-rangers there, and then 11 your subwoofer on the side. So not fantastic audio quality sitting in the back. I'll hop in here real fast and show you. If I could get this seat to slide back, there we go. Yeah, just a little bit more basic. Audio quality is definitely optimized for the front seats. Anyway, I'm gonna get this stuff put away. We're gonna head out on the road. placement of the mid-ranges up here, right next to the tweeters, is something Toyota and JBL have to be careful with. I don't love how bright this system sounds. There's a lot of noise coming from right here and right here. Overall, I'm okay with the sound stage, but I would like the door woofers to be doing more of the heavy lifting and have some more clarity to them. It's a tough game because I'd like to hear more from the subwoofer as well, but I know then you risk blowing out your rear passengers when they're sitting out there. So I understand it's a balancing act there, but they could do something more with these door woofers, whether it's a little bit higher quality speaker or just a little bit more tuning, calm down the mids up there a little bit, and make for a better balanced system. Speaking of bass, for this next song, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see what we get out of that subwoofer. Oh wow! I'm getting a good amount of mirror shakage. The door woofers seem to be doing pretty well, and the subwoofer's coming through pretty good as well. Okay. Not mad about that. Take a listen here. I don't usually stop here, but there's a vagueness and a sloppiness to this track with the bass, so just listen for a moment. I'm getting a lot of frequency conflict in the car, and I don't love that. That's all I can say. I don't love it. My thoughts on the 11 speaker JBL here in the Toyota Grand Highlander. Simpler music sounds pretty darn good. If you're working with mostly the high ends, these tweeters, along with the bass and subwoofer in the back, there's a good crisp sound to it. It really fills the cabin nicely. Where it falls apart for me is getting into more complex songs. Things like bass guitar, bass drums. There's a disconnect between this door woofer and what's going on with the mid-rangers up there. I don't love what I'm getting out of there. It's not as harsh as something like I get in some of the Korean cars, some of those Harman Kardons and that sort of sound, but I'm going to be placing it at a solid B. I think the subwoofer helps pick things up, and with a little bit of tuning, I think it could help. I would maybe keep the bass where it is, drop the mid-range a little bit, and I actually even drop the treble by 1. I think that would improve things. Yeah, but not the most impressive system, especially when you consider what we're sitting in is $57,000. You're going to get something more impressive out of Bose and one of the Mazdas, but I can't really think of too much else in this segment that really excels. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Grand Highlander, check the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.